Have you ever had that client that wants to be a beautiful red or red copper, but it's just not coming out that vibrant? Today I'm gonna show you how to use our lifting cream. It lifts up to 3 levels when used alone, but we're gonna use it to create this red right here by adding some vibrancy to our formula. So let's get into it. So to start off this color application, we're doing more of a modern color blocking application here. So I have 2 sections, super simple. I went ahead and did about 1 inch to 1.5 inches from the hairline around the entire perimeter to create this circular sectioning for us. And then in the top, we have the upper crown, lower crown into the nape section that we will be applying 2 different formulas to. To begin this application, I'm gonna go ahead and start in the back. Now, originally I did do a circular sectioning, but for more control, you guys, I've gone in and sectioned it more into a 4-quadrant sectioning here, going with the shape of the head. So how I do like to section these side bits off is just right at the top of the ear. I'll go ahead and create a diagonal there, and then that'll help me to create my front and back sections for this application. The reason why I refer to this as more of like a modern color block is because we are working with 2 pretty big sections here, but I'm gonna go in with a more modern technique to approach this, because traditionally a color block, you would go roots to ends with your formula. Today, I'm gonna do more of a back comb technique so that I can keep some diffusion and have more of a melted color block for this application. So I'm starting in the back because this is where her hair is the darkest. And to make this have a color block feel, we're doing everything back to back. Okay, so we're gonna get the feel of a color block, but it's not gonna be as traditional in the sense of roots to ends. So I'm gonna go ahead and take pretty, thicker sections as I'm back combing here. Anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1 inch. She has a pretty good density, so you'll see me pick up quite a bit of hair. And I'm gonna go about halfway down to create a little bit of diffusion going up towards the root, because we're gonna later apply a richer root color up here. So we're gonna go ahead and back comb, maintaining a nice density through this section, because this is what's gonna give the blocking feel, the color block feel in the end result. I'm going in with my first formula. So for this formula, I'm using our permanent color. She does have virgin hair, never been colored, so I'm super excited for this one. So for her first formula here, that's gonna be more of our like lighter, brighter shade, I'm going in with 7CN. I'm doing 8 ROM, and I'm using our Kenra Color Lifting Cream. The lifting cream is really going to give us just that little extra boost in this formula to make it that much brighter and that much more vibrant. But keeping her in that red copper family, just really trying to get her to a level 7 here. Her natural starting level in the root area is about a 4 or 5, and then she does naturally fade out into that really pretty 6, 7 through the ends. So I am going in applying this as if, kind of like we would a highlight, but we're not using bleach. We're just using the power of our lifting cream to really create some contrast. It's gonna be nice and soft, to be honest. I'm not going for a strong contrast here, but just enough to keep her a little lighter and brighter around the face. Depending on how thick your sections are, because you can, of course, to make this a little more edgy, you could go heavier with your sectioning around the hairline. I'm choosing to keep it a little more natural here. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay my color just back to back over the top. The reason why I'm going in and doing the lighter pieces first is because she has virgin hair, and this formula works best on virgin hair. If I were to go in and do her base all over, we'd have to then go back in and like use some form of a lightener to create some soft contrast. So really working with the tools I have in our color line to just really bring this red copper shade to life in the end result without even having to use lightener on her hair. One tip that I have when you're working through the back sections here is these are the sections that you want to apply the most product to and go as high up as you can, because these are potentially, this hair here is going to come forward. So you want to go a lot higher with your application. So if you pull the hair forward, you can see the color coming through the bottom. And you'll notice as I work through the sides, I'm going to apply my color a little bit more towards the ends, and it's kind of just gonna work seamlessly to blend in with the rest back here. Me personally, I really do love to paint my product in a V just to create added blending and contrast. It's a little more natural. So we're gonna do this last section here. I'm really using the foil in this application to keep this application overall very clean. I do love to stack the sections on each other like this because I know I'll get maximum saturation this way. And then also we can just lay a foil right over the top. Because this has our added lifting cream to it and we're really trying to get the most vibrancy out of this particular section, I do like to incubate a little bit just to help us with the lifting process. I went in with 30 volume to really get us a little bit brighter around the face here. So I'm going to jump into my side section in the front here so you guys can see the application and just overall how I like to be very intentional and mindful with how high I place the color. She does have a fringe, so I definitely don't want to place this color personally for my look today. I really don't want to put the color all the way to the root throughout this whole section. The idea is to have it pretty solid and blocked, melting in from like her mids all the way into a solid ends. So I really want to be mindful and intentional on how I'm going in and placing the color here. So I'm gonna go ahead and also split this section in half. I do a lot of sectioning like this when I'm working through the hair just for added control. And I don't wanna, of course, create too much of a mess here. I just want it to be nice and clean. So I'm gonna go in right on that hairline. What's fun about an application like this is you can get as creative or as bold with something like this as you would like. I'm going in pretty bold today because why not? Like, we're going copper. We want to see this color really come to life. So my model here does have some layering. So this can get a little bit tricky when you're applying your color around a face frame. So what I like to do, one of my tips, is I will over direct the hair in the direction of the layer so I can capture more length. So I like to, instead of painting my product here, I like to over direct it so I almost am working with a straight line when I'm applying my color. So I'm gonna go ahead and over direct, start my back comb, and then we'll apply our color. So I'm over directing towards her face, and you can see it's allowing me to have more length in my application. So all the product that I'm applying is gonna live higher up, and then as I work up towards her second section there, you'll see me start to drag the color, start my application a little lower and lower. Because I'm gonna be a bit more intentional with where I place the color, I am going to use a flat lay foil as I work through this section here to keep them a little bit more controlled and separated. This section doesn't really have too many layers, so we're gonna just not over direct it as much. We're still gonna do some back combing. And then I definitely wanna be mindful, this one's a little up high here. If I see where this is gonna fall around her face, then that will be a good guide as to where you go in and place your color. If you like to use a balayage board, you could definitely use a balayage board for this application. I find when I'm working with color, it can get a little messy, so I typically will just use my foil, but you could totally put your board under your foil here. I think the main purpose of the foil in this application is really to just keep your color separate from the other formulas, whereas like bleach sometimes, you know, it's a little more aggressive if it touches other areas on the head. So I'm going in and getting nice saturation. You definitely want to make sure that you get nice saturation, even though we have our lifting cream to help support the lift in this color. You still want to make sure that you're getting a good saturation to have nice, even, bright results. So I am also applying the color. You can see in the back I was doing more of the V shape through here, and then these ones, so because we're high here and high in the nape, this one is going to come at a diagonal back. So in theory, we're kind of creating another V. So this one's going to sit high, this is going to sit high, and they're going to meet in the bottom. So we made it to the front here, and I do want to just go through this section with you guys because she does have a bit of a fringe, which is so cute. But I know this can be a little tricky landscape when we're applying color to shorter pieces and to fringe. So the biggest thing that I like to do when I'm coloring a fringe is really just envision where I want that color to live. So, and also taking into consideration how her hair is falling. So if, for example, we were to apply this color all the way to the root, each section, what's gonna happen is she is gonna have this brightness, really heavy brightness around her face, all the way to the root. I personally don't want that for this look. I want her to be brighter around her face, but not necessarily all the way up to the root here. And even though our darker color here is gonna kind of veil over everything, I just wanna make it as seamless as possible, make it look really modern and pretty. So for this section, I, again, like to really envision where I want the color to live, and then just seeing how her fringe is collapsing on top of itself pretty heavy. I'm gonna go in more on a horizontal than a diagonal for her fringe. So doing more of this horizontal, and then as you can see, if I do go high and apply my product all the way to the root here, it's kind of gonna just slightly peek out of this top portion here. We don't necessarily need to do a ton of back combing. I like to do it to just help the section kind of have more control and stay in place while I'm applying my product. It does create a little bit of diffusion, but the contrast is gonna be subtle here, so you're not gonna see too many hard lines of demarcation in this application in general. So I'm just going to apply my color, heavy saturation on the root, on the mid-lengths and ends. And then because I don't mind going a little bit higher up, this is where I'm gonna take that corner of my brush and really utilize my tool here and feather ever so lightly into that high point, so that, again, we get that color peeking through, but it's not gonna be super like bold and chunky. We want it bold and I would like this to be bold and chunky through the ends and the mids, not so much through the root area like a classic color blocking application. What's great about these types of applications is you're gonna get high impact and you won't have to do a ton of foiling. And then because she has virgin hair, this is the reason why I love using lifting cream, because she has virgin hair. You don't always have to bleach and tone on virgin hair if you're going copper. You just work with the natural pigments that are gonna come out in the hair when you use a product like lifting cream. So I'm moving into my next section. We're gonna go horizontal again. I feel like the horizontal is really giving, because the way her hair's cut, it's giving you full control over where you want to place your product. So I went kind of higher up in this front area. So it's really going to allow me the opportunity to place this color and envision where it's all gonna live when her hair is complete. So I'm gonna go a little bit lower than the first foil that's around her hairline. I did not back comb this section. I'm gonna utilize my brush and really feather it upward because I am gonna do a root melt color that's gonna just seamlessly blend into this one. So you could go ahead and just use your tool to feather up and blend. And then we have our last section, in which this is on I'm gonna paint the lowest because it's living a little bit closer to our surface veil color that we're gonna apply. Still maintaining a bit more of a diagonal back as well when I'm applying the product. All right, so I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side and then we'll bring her back for her next color application. Now that we have applied our first formula around her perimeter, I'm gonna go in and do this entire section as well as the root areas that we left out as her overall foundation color. It's gonna be a little bit richer, more vibrant, but still really deep because we're going in with the 20 volume for this part. Whereas this first formula here, we went in with that lifting cream and 30 volume. So trying to keep her in that natural copper realm, still have a lot of richness and overall vibrancy. So I'm gonna go in with this first application here. And if you can remember, we back combed up here towards the root area. So I like to go in, you guys can already see how pretty this color is looking, at least I can. From here, it looks really vibrant, really, really pretty. So what I'm gonna do is go in this back comb area and melt these two colors together. Also going in with a permanent. I did the same, couple of the same shades, just switched it up a little bit because we're going in with a 20 volume versus a 30. So for this base color and all over foundation color, I went in with the 7CN. I did add 7G to the formula as well as a little bit of red booster because I want the base and root area to just add that little bit of red richness to this entire look. And then perimeter will be a little bit more on the natural copper side. So I'm gonna go in, apply this on top of my back comb section and really just marry these shades together. And because she's gonna have the same all over base color, you can go in and just make sure it's really, really saturated around the perimeter here. I went ahead and added some gold to that formula to really help bring out a little more vibrancy and richness, even though we are using a bit of a lower developer here. So I'm gonna go ahead, just for the sake of being a little more clean with my application, I'm gonna work from the back to the front. So I am going to lay some foil here to keep those ends from getting our formula, our second formula on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay foil here and then start working through this top section. With this top section, you could get so creative, you guys. You could, sometimes I like to melt even another color or formula through these ends here. But for the sake of the look today and then for the sake of time, I'm going in and doing a more block look today. But if you did want to go in and melt a fun color through this top bit, you totally could. So I'm going to go ahead and continue applying this formula all over, and then we will bring her back just so you can see the finished processing, and we'll let her process after that. And here's the finished result, you guys. I hope you love the way this color turned out. And as you can see, just by adding lifting cream to your formula, you can get some really impressive and impactful contrast in your end result. And I hope you love the placement as well. It's super simple, super easy, and you can totally customize it and get as creative as you want. So don't forget to visit us next time and subscribe to Kenra Professional YouTube, and we'll see you on the next one.